Do you have any thoughts on titles and descriptions? I know that titles, in my opinion, titles quite a big deal. Descriptions, they encourage you to do good descriptions, but I don't think a lot of people do. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, like titles, or for me, it's like always I start with the band name, and then there's certain words that do really well, which I kind of hate to keep using, but like tragic works really well, or I find like tragic or the rise and fall. Like there's certain patterns that you see with how the kinds of titles we use. Regarding descriptions, I fill out all that stuff like the tags. I max out the descriptions. I put subtitles in for all my videos now, and those are supposedly supposed to help your SEO,
Mm,
because YouTube, I think, is the second most used SEO search engine in the world. And so we try to maximize it as much as we can. But it's hard to get a sense of how much it actually helps you. Like, I think I've read some articles that say, subtitles, generally videos get 7 to 10% more views than they would if they didn't have subtitles.
okay, that's interesting.
So I've read that, but there's really no metric. They just encourage you to do it. So I just do it. It does take a little bit more time, but at least I can put stuff out and be like, okay, well, I've done everything on my end to optimize it as
Mm.
much as I think I can.
You're
But
doing essentially everything that you can, and the rest.
yeah. Yeah. And a lot of YouTube coaches and YouTube consultants recommend doing that kind of stuff too. Yeah.
Mm. And you said when you said tags, do you mean hashtags or do you mean the tags which?
Well, both. Like we use hashtags because YouTube just introduced that about a year or two ago. And then there's the actual tags like that. I don't know if the audience can see them, but there's tags like keywords that you can type in. I think you can have up to 500 characters. So we try to max those out. And we use like a program called vidIQ, which is like a free extension you can get. And it basically ranks your SEO score on all your videos. So it
Interesting.
basically says, oh, you're 72. Here's what you need to improve. So that's been a helpful tool. If you upgrade to like the paid version, I think they tell you certain words that rank better, or certain controversial words you should stay away from. So yeah, vidIQ is good, but I think you should try to optimize as much of your video as you can, especially early on, when you're starting out, so people can find your content to begin with. Because it's hard when you start out as a new person on YouTube. Like your content won't rank very high up on the searches to begin with.
Do you use any other tools?
I think it's important too to post stuff on forums like that are related. Like we do a lot of stories on the grunge bands of the '90s, so there's a good subreddit called Grunge that we post our videos on too. So it creates backlinks to your videos, but it also would introduce your videos to maybe an audience who wouldn't see them otherwise. So we post them on there, and then any other kind of communities you can post them on, like Facebook groups and Facebook pages. Posted. We remind people on Instagram that we're on there. We also have a website to link to the videos, and we also do like a newsletter as well, to send out to our subscribers. One thing that we did that was, I think it was my wife's idea, which was just like a genius idea, is that we, in addition to having our request form where people can submit requests, it's also a great way for people to opt into our newsletter.
Mm.
So it's a great way to direct people if they want to sign up for the newsletter. We were able to get a lot of signups through our newsletter that way too. So we're able to just keep reminding people that we have new content out. There's also the community tab on YouTube where you can write messages to your subscribers, or you can just post links to videos. Those are useful, as well as the YouTube stories. We post videos too, so we try to create as many sources or avenues for people to find our content rather than
Yeah.
just going to the YouTube homepage.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a little bit more why you've got so many subscribers.
Well, I've started to implement like a lot of this stuff, early on, like, in the last like year or so. And yeah, it does build up subscriber bases because it did feel like I was plateauing, like I wasn't gaining more than X amount of subscribers per month. But once you start to do this other stuff, you start to see like an increase, especially like once the video quality got better, and naturally like the subscribers went up too.